אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בפרו. The Bible tells us that God created the world in 6 days. On the 7th day he rested. Why did God create the world? What was his intention? What did he want to do with it? It says in the first chapter of the Bible, on the 6th day, Vayar Elokim et kol asher asa. God saw everything that he had done, vehinei tov meod, and it's very good. In other words, God had a plan. Here's man. He is going to rule in this world. He is going to be kind to animals. Everybody's going to live in peace. They will know there is a creator in this world. They will build what I left unfinished in this world. God didn't do everything. He left a lot for man to do. So this way, we will see how this creature is going to convert the entire world into a Gan Eden, into a Garden of Eden. But when we read what happens, it isn't exactly so. As a matter of fact, our rabbis say, when God saw that everything was very good, you know what very good means? He created also the inclination to do bad things. Yetzer hara. How come? Well, apparently, in order to do good, you have to know what bad is. You can't be just a builder without knowing what destruction is. So there were two different paths that man could take. Well, apparently man didn't take the right path, because after a number of generations, God saw that the entire world was going in the wrong direction. As a matter of fact, there was sexual promiscuity, and our rabbis say when they stopped respecting what somebody else had, then they became robbers. God said, enough is enough. I'm going to destroy this world. And God destroyed the world. Water came upon this world. Everybody died except for one man and his family, Noah. And God decided, you know what? We'll start all over again. The experiment was good in the beginning. Noah was all right. He was a nice man. He had nice children. But right away, there were problems already. It seems that one of his sons either saw him naked or he did something even worse, according to our rabbis. And little by little, mankind once again went the wrong way. Our rabbis say there are 10 generations between Adam and Noah, and there are 10 generations between Noah and Abraham. So what was God going to do? He already tried once. He tried to destroy the world. He did it and started all over again, and he ended up in the same thing. So God decided, you know what? We'll do something altogether different. I am not going to destroy the world. I am going to instead concentrate in one individual. I am going to concentrate in this man, Abraham, and I'm going to work on him, and from him we'll have a new kind of humanity that is going to grow. And the first thing God said to this Abraham was, Lech lecha. Get out of wherever you are. You are in the wrong kind of environment. If you continue there, you'll never be able to do anything. You must get out into the world. You have to break with tradition, with the tradition of idolatry that had once again become the norm in those days. So what I'm saying is the following, that in the beginning God tried destroying the world, but it didn't help. So God said, we have to concentrate on an individual. And this individual had to become an educator. He had to educate others. In other words, Abraham was very worried because he didn't have a son. There had to be continuity. God worked on him. He now had to work on his son, on his grandson. There had to be continuity. And you learn something else also, that this world is not built 1, 2, 3 in 6 days. Only God can do that. If you want to build society, it has to be a process. Little by little, you have to build block by block. Education means that you have to go slowly but surely. And here's another thing, when you study, by force you become also a teacher. You cannot just take it all into yourself. You must transmit it also. And in order to transmit, you have to know. So when you become a teacher, you really have to clarify your own concepts before. So little by little, mankind was clarifying and was advancing in the right direction, I believe. If someone were to ask me, is the world better off today than it was 100 years ago, 500 years ago? Look at the problems that we have today. Nuclear arms and God knows what. Look at the illnesses we have in this world. I am an optimist, really. I think that we are going forward in the right direction. We are not going suddenly with enormous advances maybe all the time, but from time to time there are important discoveries, and mankind is progressing step by step, because God decided this business of destroying the world and starting all over again doesn't give good results. What we have to do is create a different process of little by little. Lilmod ulelamed, to study and to teach. Lishmor velasot, to keep and to do. Ulekayem, and we always have to have as our north what God has told us in Mount Sinai, and since then through the written word of the Bible.